Hey guys, welcome to Bryn and Dan's Start a Gym, or Dan and Bryn. Can't remember which goes first. Typically the missus is in front of me in these sorts of things. Today I'm going to show you how I make a salad personally. Not that it's all that complicated, but it's important that you get plenty of greens, plenty of vegetables, plenty of things in your diet. And for some reason, a lot of our clients, a lot of my friends and family hate salads for some odd reason. And the only reason I can think that they hate salads so much is because A, they don't know how to make a good one, and or B, they don't know how to be very creative with it. Now this is all the stuff that I put in my salad specifically. I'm going to show you how fast it takes to make a salad. For me, one of the features that I like about when I make my salads is I like to make what I call a hearty salad. I hate chasing leaves around the plate, and I'm not a real big veggie person, so this is the way I do it so that it's easier for me to eat. What I have here is mixed greens, broccoli, avocado, onion, yellow bell pepper, which it could be green, it could be red, it doesn't really matter all that much. Some tomatoes, mushrooms, and then I have some pepperoncinis with some sauerkraut. And so remember, fermented foods such as sauerkraut, pepperoncinis, all that fermented stuff is great for your digestive tract, great for your colon, so on and so forth. Any salad's great for your colon, okay? Trust me, you'll turn into a personal salad shooter if you do it right. Now, one of the things that I do with my salad is I like everything to be in very, very small bits, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my leafy greens here, I put them in the old food processor as best I can, okay? Boom, 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 just like that. If they all don't make it in there, that's fine. My goal is to chop it up into small bits. The smaller the bits, the better for me. Like I said, I don't like to chase the salad around the plate too terribly much. Now, when I was a kid, and when we were growing up, my parents would always have us pray before we ate a meal. Typically that prayer was something along the lines of, "Dear Heavenly Father, please make this food nourishing to our bodies. May you bless it. In Jesus' name, amen." Now, while that's all fine and good, it was usually then that we would start eating our hamburger helper, our macaroni and cheese, perhaps pizza. My mom usually tried to make pretty healthy foods. It wasn't always terrible, but you know, when you're a family of 6 or 7 and that sort of thing, it gets hard to make sure that you get all the healthy foods that you can. Now, the part that I find ironic about that now, as I'm an adult, is I look back at what healthy was, and we're asking for the Lord to bless this food to our body, and I'm like, he's got no shot. Now as an adult, I'm like, there's no way he can bless this food and make it healthy for us. There's nothing healthy about pizza, so on and so forth. And my goal is, as best I can, to eat as healthy now as possible. And for a few reasons. For one, I like eating healthy. It makes me feel better. It helps me with some of my psychological issues that I have and things of that nature. Some of the other reasons, and I find it funny that people struggle with this so much, especially as adults. The reason I find it funny that parents struggle with this is I can't figure out why they wouldn't want to be better examples to their children at what healthy eating is like. Simply because here they are, let's say they're in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, right? And they're not happy with themselves. They don't like the way they look, they're having some medical issues, they're having issues such as starting to maybe be overweight, some diabetic issues, maybe they're having troubles walking, breathing, seeing, whatever it might be, right? Now as an adult, that starts to suck. So then they end up joining a gym, they talk to a trainer, the trainer then says, hey, you need to eat healthy, and they go, I can't get my kids to do it. And the part that I find funny is, if you as an adult struggle with making sure that you don't drink alcohol, making sure that you don't eat sugar, cakes, ice creams, all that crap that you know is inherently bad for you, that's your struggle, then why in the world would you want to have your child have that same problem and or addiction? So to celebrate whatever it is they're doing, you end up going out and you end up taking them to ice cream or Menchie's or someplace like that. Now, while that's fine and good every once in a while, we tend to celebrate more than weekly anymore these days with those sugary treats. You'll see me, I will end up making dessert on this channel. You'll see me make some good sweet things that are pretty healthy for people, high protein, high fiber, that sort of stuff. And then all of a sudden it's not nearly so bad. But if you look at yourself and you don't like the way you look, our main reason, and one of my main reasons for trying to be healthy, is to set an example, not just for people in my gym, but for my family, for my friends. I try not to judge, and I try not to make them feel bad and anything like that, because it's an adventure. It's a way that we can end up having that experience. And so when it comes to the diet, when it comes to nutrition and that sort of thing, if you put your kids in the kitchen with you as you're making stuff, it empowers them to feel like, hey, they're involved in this. My niece and nephews love it when they get to come in because I let them play with the knives, which their parents aren't real big fans of. That's okay with me though. And so all of a sudden getting them to eat healthier is a lot easier when they get to help you make things, when they get to help you do stuff of that nature. And so I typically think of the health of healthy food as being an adventure. Yeah, on the first week or two, you're not going to probably figure out a lot, but if you keep doing it day in and day out, month after month, year after year, all of a sudden you go, you know what, it's pretty dang easy to stay eating healthy all the time. I can't figure out why I didn't do this a long time ago. What ends up happening as well, you just start off slow with it, right? Stay within your wheelhouse. Know what you know, focus on those things, whatever those might be. And go, hey, if I know that I need to eat more vegetables, I need to figure out a way that I can do that without hating it so much that I won't maintain it after the 12 weeks that I've been doing it or so on. We were kind of discussing nutrition on our last video, sort of how to do it. And this is one of the ways that I found how to do it. I didn't start off loving vegetables. It's something that I developed a taste for, and I figured out how I can do it in order to get plenty in my diet so that I can make it I'm as healthy as possible with it. And so one of the ways is to make sure that my food that I eat has a lot of variety. And so now a lot of people get bored, and I'm telling you, if you get enough stuff in your salad, you don't need dressing. Adding the pepperoncinis, adding the mushrooms, the sauerkraut, all that stuff brings so much flavor to my specific salad, to my diet, that I love it. I could eat this salad almost every single day, and frankly, I do. The broccoli is one of my favorite parts. I'm not a real big fan of raw broccoli, personally. When you have raw broccoli, you end up really using the bathroom a lot. And while some people might find that a little annoying or they don't like it, it's actually quite good for you. And so when it comes to this particular salad, it is probably one of the best, what Brennan and I call a colon cleanser that there could be. And so this is, again, how I go about making it and how I think you guys should make it. And so if you look at your kid and the size in which they are right now, and if you ask yourself, did I look like that when I was their age? If they are bigger at, let's say, 12 or 13 by a bit than what you were when you were 12 or 13, and you're this big now, and you don't like the way you look now, imagine what your kid's going to look like in 20 or 30 years from where you are when they're in their 40s or 50s. The goal is to set the habits in place now while they're young. They're not going to like it at first necessarily, but I'm telling you, if you work at it as a family, all of a sudden it becomes so easy. So now, that last thing I put in there, by the way, was just 2 big dollops of hummus. I like the chipotle spicy hummus. The more spicier it is, the better it tends to be. And now I just mix it all up as best I can. Having it all broke down and super small allows me to eat it with more of a spoon, a fork, without feeling like I'm chasing it around. Like I said, it becomes hearty. Or my version of what hearty should feel like. Now you can see how big this salad ends up being. This technically could last you 2 days between 2 people. 1 day for a family. I don't know what the timer's at. Bryn, what are we doing on time?
9:30.
9 minutes and 30 seconds. So it took me 10 minutes to make this salad. And I just focused on the salad. Typically I separate and divide my time. I'm usually making my protein right now. I can probably get my protein started and made at the exact same time that I'm making this particular salad. This is the salad that we posted on Friday. The difference between Friday's salad, was it Friday's or yesterday's? It was yesterday's salad. which is Saturday. The difference between this salad and that salad is that salad had some bacon bits that we made and put in there, and then it also had some chopped up jalapeno beef sausages, which were really, really good. And that added that extra level of protein and fat that I'm looking for when I'm doing, because I'm pretty much just do a ketogenic diet all the time. But here's our salad. Look at that. Let me get a bowl or something to put it in so you can see it. And there it is, in all its glory for the most part. And so you'll have to take my word for it. It's absolutely delicious. One of the things that we have in the oven right now, Bryn made an egg bake for tomorrow. And so let's check on that real quick. Oh yeah, look at that. She made that egg bake for tomorrow. Bryn, what do we have in there?
I don't want to be in it.
What do you mean you don't want to be in it?
Eggs, mushrooms, tomatoes, egg whites, and spinach. Probably more spinach than eggs, quite frankly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And there it is. And thank you very much. Please subscribe and share this video. And so the better we can do to get people to eat healthy, the happier I'm going to be. It should be our social norm, not the opposite. It shouldn't be the freak shows that eat healthy. It should be the normal people. Not that I'm normal, I'm anything but. And how do you define normal? Anyway, we've given a whole philosophical argument on that. We're done. Bye.